It's the level of competition for me. Two battlers locked in a verbal annihilation, a dog fight. You bring in the bars, you bring in the wordplay, the attributes that makes the battle grand. It's the breakdown, baby. Get your guards up. Fuck with us one night a week. Salute.
Alright, okay. I got Nunn Nunn and I got J. Rome on the phone. Hunger Games, what's good, fellas?
What's good, Wayne? What's up? What's up?
What it is?
Nothing much. You're on with me. Of course, my co-host, you got Jay Banks, AJ Gregg, and Ever.
What's up? What's good with y'all? What's good? What's up?
Chilling.
That's what's up. Nunn, listen, I was trying to watch. My ass was over here. Sean Morrison, shout out to Borrowers. That's my nigga. He had hit me up with the pay-per-view. He was like, "When you gotta watch this shit." That's so fire that they got the battles where you can buy them individually. But listen, I tried to work and click on that battle when you were born. That wasn't happening. That was not happening.
It wasn't coming through.
No, it was, but no, I just couldn't concentrate. The type of work I do, I wasn't supposed to be doing that. I hope nobody's listening. I wasn't supposed to be doing that. That's just what I did see. That was fire. The energy in that battle, like, bruh, I mean, Caps actually put me on to you, of course, and most of us in the battle rap world. And it's like, to see you battling, some motherfuckers respect Bourne's pen, some just, whatever. But he's such a great,
the people that really fuck with battle rap, they fuck with Bourne. I fuck with Bourne. So it was it was good for me, you know what I'm saying? There's somebody I always wanted to battle, and, the opportunity presented itself. It's certain people that really motivate me to battle them, and he was one of them. So I was amped for the battle. So I think it's dope. I think it's a dope battle.
That's what's up. I mean, when it was presented to him, was there any resistance at first, or?
Nah, because I took some shots at Bourne on Bourne Legacy 2 when I battled Bonus, and he was actually there. He was in the crowd, and we talked about it outside the event. He was like, I'm gonna smoke you one day. So when the opportunity came up, he was ready.
And the fire thing about it is because a couple of years, I think about a year and a half ago, he was never going to do a GZ like that. He was so against that. I remember so. Huh?
It wasn't a GZ. It was a GZ card, but our battles actually on the our battles actually dropping on the main King of the Dot channel.
Right. Okay. So it was kind of like the one-off on a PG card then.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. That's dope. That's really dope. What's been going on with you though? Like, where are you as far as battle career?
I don't really know what you would do, like, as far as like rankings or whatever. I'm just working, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was on the contract with URL. I wasn't happy with the contract. I wasn't happy being stuck in one place. The contract ended. And, I just wanted to get out there and work and, like, really go everywhere. And, you know what I'm saying, the opportunity came up for King of the Dot. I got an opportunity coming up for Don't Flop as well. I just got my passport, so I'm working. You know what I'm saying? I'm working. I'm just going a bunch of places. Me and L. Wilson been talking to, so potential UW battle coming up. Like, I just been in the works, like, doing a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't really happy with being stuck to only battling on URL. Like, you know what I mean? Salute to URL, but it wasn't fulfilling for me as an artist. It just wasn't.
Right. Now, and that's funny you say it like that because we were having a conversation earlier in the show toward the beginning basically about PGs, that how, like, does it matter to be a PG anymore? We did speak on you, Tink, it was a few other people as far as where you guys, like, what you're doing now as far as opposed to what you were doing when you were on the roster. So, I mean, to hear that, and yeah, I mean, we see the moves being made, but it was just like, okay, well, is he still URL under URL PGs, or what is he doing? But yeah, that's dope to be able to at least have the opportunity to work like you're doing the way you want to. That's higher. So,
I mean,
do
I definitely give credit where credit's due, and going through the URL process really gave me the notoriety for these other leagues to even know who I am.
That's what I was going to ask. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely see that because, a lot of these people, let's state the facts. I had reached out to King the Dot, Don't Flop, and all of these leagues, even URL, before I was ever on URL. URL was the first ones to really give me a chance. So I'm going to give them, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to give them that credit to where they made it to where my name was even somewhat known. But at the end of the day, like, I'm a fan of battle rap in its entirety, and I always have been. So it's never been with me where I just only work New York battles. Like, I love battling in New York just as much as anybody, but I also want to go to Cali. I also want to go to Canada and go to London and places like that. And being under that contract, that's not possible. I mean, you might could get Cali, you might could get a traffic card, but that's really about it. So, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just felt like it was time for me to move and take moves in a direction where I could really do what I wanted to do for, like, my personal interest.
Yeah.
Okay, but the whole thing is, couldn't you have negotiated that? Because there's a lot of people that's under contract that's going different places and battling.
I don't know who they were talking to, but I know my contract was pretty cut and dry. Like, it wasn't really much room for negotiating at all. Like, I don't know how their contract worked the way it worked, but when I was coming in, URL was just kind of like, this is what you're going to do and this is what it's going to be, and, like, we're not really doing no exceptions for nothing. Like, it was kind of crazy, but, I mean, some people do got different shit in their contract. I don't know how they worked it out the way they worked it out, but with me, it was kind of like, you're not taking no battles nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? You got your home league, you got boom, and, when I came in New York, I didn't even have a home league. I was kind of like bouncing around, like, because I had the mindset of when I first started battling was, why do I need a home league if I can go here, here, and here, and I can go everywhere? And I ain't gonna lie, like, I kind of always looked at the Arsenal on his mindset of contracts and battle rap anyway. So I always, like, kind of looked up to him and the way that he felt about battle rap. So I never really, like, had a home league, you know what I'm saying? I was just kind of going everywhere. I got a home league now, but that was literally 2 years after having a contract. So my first, like, 2 years, it was just only URL. I couldn't battle nowhere else. So.
Wow.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it was also a situation, too, where it was like you didn't feel like you were maybe making the progress on URL that you wanted?
Yeah,
like,
that's definitely what it was.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that was most definitely what it was. And I mean, that's no slack to them. I mean, they pushing who they want to push, but at the end of the day, like, I didn't get into battle rap to be the bottom of the card filler guy. Like, okay, we need somebody to fill this spot in. Let's go get Nunn Nunn. That's not really, like, at the end of the day, I gotta sit back and feel like it's just not fulfilling of an artist to feel like you're that type of person. You know what I'm saying? And I had to make the moves to get the right. I mean, I feel like they gave me certain opportunities, but I feel like certain people got way better opportunities and way better push. And that's more along the lines of where I wanted to be in the conversation with those guys. And I kind of felt like I was never gonna be in that conversation. For whatever reason that is, whether they feel like I was losing battles or I just wasn't who they wanted to put their, as much stock into, it's fine at the end of the day, but I'm not going to sit around and be that person. I can't do that. When there's going to be somebody else who's going to be like, yo, look, let me push you. And I need to see where that is. So,
Yeah, but I mean, hey, at the end of the day, you use it for what it was worth, because I look at some of URL's past talent, like you take two names like Show Off and Excel. Like, them niggas are everywhere, but they came up through the URL, people knew them, they reached their, like, popularity peak on URL, and then from there, a lot of the leagues looking at it like, okay, well, you kind of got that stamp, so now everybody's calling them. They battle everywhere now. I don't know if they would have gotten that opportunity to battle everywhere if they didn't get that sort of push on URL, I mean, so it worked.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. And I mean, I give them their credit for that, absolutely, because, You know, like I said, they gave it to where I even have a, you know, I don't really feel like I have a big name. I feel like I'm still working. But, you know, but to a lot of people, I do have somewhat of a name. So we know who you are.
You definitely do.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You definitely do.
That's definitely credited to my battles that happen on Smack. You know, I'll never take that away from them. You know what I'm saying? So they did put me in the opportunity to be able to make money and travel and all of that. But at the same time, with that contract, they also put you in a position where you got to turn all of that down. So it's kind of like.
Whatever.
No, I'm listening.
Okay. So I feel like I cut him off. But go ahead and finish your sentence, bro. I asked you that after that.
That was about it, man. I just felt like I was, you know what I mean? Like it was a limbo thing. It was like, okay, you got the opportunity to take such and such battles over here, but at the same time, you don't have that opportunity at all. They're just there, but they're not really there. And I was really, what it was I was in a financial situation where, like, I was kind of hard up for money, you know what I'm saying? I'm from a small town where jobs, not really many jobs at all where I'm from. And, you know, I expressed all of this to them. And their logic behind it was rules are rules, you sign the contract. Well, at the end of the day, it's like, fuck that contract if I can't eat at night. And that's that's how I was feeling.
Yeah.
I rode through Wilson, and I get it. I get it.
What I was going to ask you is this. Now, let's put the shoe on the other foot. From URL's perspective, let's just say you were a league owner, right, and you see guys going everywhere. Would you give battlers contracts that would restrict what they can do from a business standpoint? Do you see any value in it?
Personally, I don't. But, I mean, I guess it works for them. They like to have the exclusivity look where people are, you know, strictly URL. And, I mean, I guess, you know, if that's where they're at. But my thing is this, like, you look at King of the Dot, they don't have a contract. Like, there's no contract. Like, if you get a contract from King of the Dot, you're contracted to battle on King of the Dot. But it never says you can't go anywhere else. And you know what I'm saying? I look at guys like A-Ward and Shotty P, and you know what I'm saying? These dudes travel. These dudes take battles other places, and they rep King of the Dot. And where they go, you know what I'm saying? They hold it down for King of the Dot. I don't see why that can't work for URL as well. I don't see it. I don't see why it doesn't work for both.
Okay, I think what it is, in my honest opinion, and this may be just one factor, but it's a major factor, is this. I think that some guys, they kind of, you know, when guys were allowed to just go, I think some guys just kind of went crazy with it, and to a degree just kind of battled so much that people lost interest. And if
saturation factor.
And if stock is a real thing in battle rap, which it is, then you want a guy who people want to see, not somebody where everybody can see them anywhere, and then it's nothing when they battle. And so everybody doesn't choose to battle every weekend, but you know, some people do.
But not to cut you off, I'm sorry, but not even that, just to piggyback off of what you're saying, the differences between, and I hate always having that conversation about the differences between URL versus King of the Dot, but the realism of it is that if you can fare on King of the Dot, because King of the Dot to me although URL is number one, King of the Dot has a niche market of fans that you have to be able to cater to. You know what I mean? They have the skill sets for King of the Dot battlers are a little overall, you know, well, they're grind time. Most of them are grind time, the older ones. But ultimately, I feel like when you hit the King of the Dot stage, you have more than one King of the Dot place, whereas URL is stationed in one area, New York, which is saturated with battlers.
And you can even say East Coast, that whole East Coast.
See, y'all looking at it at the wrong standpoint. Y'all got to look at it like this. A lot of people that battle on URL, their popularity is higher than most King of the Dot battlers. So the thing is, perfect example, say if Av right now was to go around taking battles and then he lose. His popularity takes a fall, takes a real hit, and then as URL looking at it, okay, you went around, you got all this money, and now we have to rebuild you. So basically, why am I hurting my investment? No, you stay here. We build you. If you feel like you want to leave, you leave. But the whole thing about it is now you took a hit, and now you want to battle Shotgun Suge. It doesn't make sense.
You know what though, Jay? On the flip side though, too, I can also see from the standpoint of battle rap isn't paying enough to where somebody can just sit, and that's the problem. If they were cutting $60,000 checks a year for you to sit,
it's like this too. The top tiers do it all the time. They go around and get their ass kicked by small name people on small leagues because they just getting a check and they don't really care about the battle. And the battles barely get views because they don't, like, not all of them, but some of them barely even promote these small battles that they take. They go get thousands of dollars here and there. They get paid way more than what we're getting paid, and they get their ass kicked because they don't even really care about the battle. And like, there's no problem with that at all.
No, that is a fact. But a lot of top tiers are just living off their name. That's the thing. Y'all not living off y'all name. So basically, they can go around and get hurt by this person, that person, but their name is still going to carry on in URL, and it's still going to be able to claim
their popularity. Their
But
popularity.
the thing is, you have to blame your class before you, because they was the ones that messed up everything. That's why they couldn't travel around, because they was doing all this extra stuff.
Hold on 1 minute, y'all. Anybody that's listening online, if you're listening to the stream, you better call in right now. You got about 5 seconds. We're going into the third hour. But yeah, that's true. So Nunn and Jay, this Hunger Games card, how did that come about? What is now? Is that the card that you guys put together, or you're just you're hosting it?
Nah, we put it together. It's Body Bag Battle League, but we actually put the card together.
Okay.
See, you're familiar with North Carolina, so like Body Bag is based out of the 336. It's based out of Winston-Salem, that area. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We from the east. We from the 252 area, Wilson. And like Body Bag didn't really have any representation of this side of the state, so what our goal was to bring the top league in Carolina to our side of the state. So we teamed up with them. But I feel like that was a better look than me trying to just start another battle league, and there's so many battle leagues. Just start another battle league out the mud. It barely get views. I was like, shit, you know what I'm saying? Let me use this business connection. People that rock with me, that I think are fire, that might not have that big of a look, they can get more views than what I could give them off of just starting a new channel. So we teamed up with them, and I mean, it was a good look. But we definitely did everything as far as putting the card together, getting the venue, paying the artists, the whole nine for setting up the card. You know what I mean? But Body Bag did help a lot as far as directing us into what to do and what not to do as far as setting up a card. So they just gave us insight on the business, but at the same time kind of let us have our free roam with it to get creative and do whatever we wanted to do.
Okay, that's what's up.
Now, as a partnership in a league, since we were talking about URL and King of the Dot, what's the pressure like? What was the pressure in trying to get this together for you guys?
Tremendous. I really wanted to do a lot because it's in my hometown. So, a lot of the pressure on me was, to get battlers to come from out of town and want to come here. And, a lot of people, you tell them, you're coming to Wilson, North Carolina. They're like, where is that? They don't know where that is. And, you know what I'm saying? So it was kind of crazy. Like, it was kind of crazy. But, the pressure was crazy. I mean, the pressure's still on me because, it's this Saturday. So it's, the last minute steps we got to take. We got Johnny Storm flying in from Orlando. We got Tink the Demon coming down. You know what I'm saying? We got Kid Chaos. He's from South Carolina. We got a lot of battlers from out of state. So just making sure that when they get here, they got everything that they need and they feel comfortable, like as if they were at home. So, I mean, it's a big deal for us. We just hoping to get it where when people watch this footage, it becomes a place where battlers want to come and battle. So next time we can throw even a bigger card, and you know what I mean. So it was definitely a lot of pressure on us.
That's fire. That's fire. And so, is this a one-time thing with Body Bag, or is it?
No.
Consistent?
It's definitely gonna be consistent. It's gonna be consistent. We got we got another card coming up later on in the year.
Yeah, I got a target date. I want to do like a Halloween card. October 28th is the weekend before Halloween, so that's like the target date of what we're trying to do. We want to give ourselves some time to space it out and work a little more close with Body Bag itself, and try to get some of the battlers that have actually put in more work on Body Bag to come over here, so it gives it that feel that, you know what I mean. But that's the target date that we're looking for.
Now, since Body Bag has been grinding and they have other states involved, is that just Carolina Body Bag, or is that Alabama? Is that where else? Georgia. I mean, are you incorporating Tennessee?
I don't care where you're from, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could be from anywhere, any state. I like battle rap. As long as you come and you kicking that shit, I'm cool. You could be from another country, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just going to be based in my hometown, but there's no limit. I mean, I want people to come from all states and, you know, wherever we can get them from, you know what I mean? Like, we got some people even from the West Coast we want to fly out, hopefully. It's just, you know, taking the steps to make it happen the right way.
Right. No. I mean, as far as Body Bag Battle League itself, you know, being that they have so many other areas now, are you incorporating those areas, outside of Carolina? So is it just the Carolina Body Bag, or is it the Georgia one, Tennessee, and Alabama that the guys are going to be coming over from there too to come, or that you hope to come and participate in this?
I mean, anywhere. I want like everybody to come and participate. It's just, you know, a matter of getting it locked in and seeing what they, you know what I mean, what we can handle. But yeah, definitely. There's there's people from, you know, many places in Body Bag that I definitely think are fire and would like to have them come over here and battle. So
that's dope. And now that you have the line in with King of the Dot, to get the Cali battlers and the other King of the, I mean, they have some dope talent from the GZs on up that's becoming top tiers. I mean, seriously.
Yo, y'all gotta check this person out. I don't know if y'all know who this is, but he just battled Dre Dennis on the GZ card that I was at. His name is Toms. And,
fire.
And
he's fire.
Yo, Toms is crazy. Yo, I watched him battle live. I didn't know who he was. Crazy. Like, he's dope. But, yeah, check him out. Also, Michael Ice, too, from Detroit. Both of them dudes are
my Michigan squad. Oh, let's not forget Art of War Drops and Colossus. Yes. Those are my dudes.
Yeah. I think I caught the end of Colossus' battle. I think he actually was on the same card I was on.
He battled about a month ago. Drops battled Big Cannon, and Colossus and Reaper Rail were at that same event. King of the Dot, Gully hosted that event. And I think it was affiliated with King of the Dot. But their redemption event, Colossus is a problem. He reminds me a lot of Psychosis, but he's dope. He really is. I like him.
Yeah, that's dope.
Definitely. That's fire. So, I mean, what you got coming up next?
I got some stuff in the works. I can't really. You mean specifically like who am I battling next?
Right.
I mean, I got some small league joints coming up. I got Step Your Ink game up. I'm on a card. I'm battling Monstar. He's been on UW, a couple other places, like up and comer. I got a couple small league battles coming up. Trap New York. I got a battle out of Richmond, Virginia too. But as far as the big battle goes, like I don't want to say it yet, and it not really come true. But I definitely got some big shit with King of the Dot coming up. That's a fact.
Oh, that's fire. So we still working with them. That's fire.
Yeah,
That's definitely
Janet came up to me after the battle. He said you got a bright future with King of the Dot, and we've been talking ever since. So I'm really optimistic about it and looking forward to what's gonna happen. Oh, by the way, I'm rebuttal now too. I never really rebuttal like that, but I didn't added that into the arsenal of talents that I have. So if y'all do get a chance to watch that battle between me and Bourne, I had like one of the most crazy rebuttals. I mean, I'll let y'all rank it how y'all want to do it. 'Cause I don't like to say my shit is at a certain level. I just let people make their own decisions. But it was dope, though.
What you mean if you get a chance? Listen, y'all motherfuckers can't spare 99 pennies. It's a problem. It's a problem.
Right.
That's a problem. Go
y'all
get you the
that.
cheap cigarillos and use that dollar. There's no tax. Use that dollar on a PayPal and go watch this fucking battle. I mean, seriously.
Right.
Stop playing. Stop playing. King of the Dot gave you a choice. Oh, my God, yes. It's a fire battle. King of the Dot gave you a choice to pick the battles you want to watch for 99 cents. Come on now. We got to stop playing. Definitely. Well, this card is this weekend. Y'all got to definitely come back up after it's all said and done. There's no pay-per-view for this, right? Or is it just?
No, it's up here. We're just going to have to drop them on YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And it's going to be
on in the area, you know what I'm
channel?
saying? Come fuck with me, come rock out with us, you know what I'm saying? The door's open at 1. It's right here in Wilson, North Carolina, you know what I'm saying? We're like 30 minutes from Raleigh, about an hour from the Virginia state line, like, you know what I'm saying? We right on I-95, so anybody that's in this area, it's not hard to get to Wilson at all.
Please come through. Fire battles on the card.
Alrighty. Well, we appreciate y'all for blessing us.
Absolutely. We appreciate y'all for letting us come up here and do this. That mean a lot. And hopefully we can keep coming back with more cards and more stuff and just keep rocking with y'all, man. I appreciate it. I always fuck with you, Wing, anyway. Even since Angel Chan way back, like when it was you and Uncle Henny up there, y'all was the team, for real.
Definitely appreciate you. I really appreciate you. Yeah, y'all better come back, for real.
Definitely, we will.
You know that, most definitely.
Alrighty. We will holler at y'all. And definitely have a good event this weekend. I will be checking in and looking at recaps and different stuff. Hopefully, we'll get some snippets of some footage and stuff that we can put in the group.
Okay, yeah, we'll try to do something. We'll try to do something. If anything, maybe I'll go live after the event and do like a recap of it.
Oh, that'd be dope. All right, fellas.
All right, dope. I appreciate you.